Alright, what is up everybody? It's Disobey, Waka Floppa, whatever you know me by, Sean, whatever it is. I'm going to be doing a demo review, this time for Shrimp Taco. He is an MG2, and again I'm getting these demos from r/csgocritic. They post to my thread, and I promise them a video demo review in response. Now, the way I'm going to do this, and I decided I'm going to start doing this when I do demo reviews, I'm going to watch the first 3 rounds, how they play out. I'm going to watch a gun round, and then a gun round afterwards, the first half. And then kind of the same thing on the CT side, alright? Because generally, all I need to see is how you're playing pistol rounds, how you're playing eco rounds, and how you're playing gun rounds on each half, right? So I need to study how you're doing on each half, and then break it down analytically, and I can show you guys what you need to improve on. Also, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my voice to be a bit louder because my mic isn't very loud, and I'm also sorry if my voice does end up sounding coarse eventually. I've been working all day, and I work as a cashier, so I talk a lot. So, anyways, let's get into this. Enough of me complaining. So we're watching Shrimp Taco again. He is MG2, and you know what? We're gonna turn the CS:GO. It is way too loud for a demo review. All right. So I did watch this round really quick. So one problem I had with this round, I don't know if you're queuing with anybody in this situation, but I don't like how slow you're playing this on T side, especially on pistol round, right? You guys do end up making it work when you pick up a kill at long doors, but here's the problem with taking it slow, right? You push out, you get that kill, and you start pushing on the site, and this, around now is when you start to realize the problem. Now you're watching the flank. If you had pushed a little bit faster, or like maybe 5 seconds earlier, and just pushed on the site with your team, you wouldn't have to worry about this flank, right? Because you don't have to worry about a flank until it's later into the round. So you're pretty much here watching this flank for no reason, and you're putting your team in a 3v4. Eventually one does end up flanking around right after you turn away, which is just unfortunate, but I believe you guys do catch him up. Yeah, you guys figure out where he is. But now you're still in the 3v4, which is not a good situation, and there's a lot of pressure on your team. Alright, your teammate gets that quick frag on him, and that's a 3v3, but you guys are way too low. Like, extremely low. You get hit through a wall, you're gonna die. So a decoy grenade hits you, you're gonna die. Alright. So now you have the bomb, you're running towards B, and the other team now knows you're going B. They're rotating. Okay, and again, you're taking this really slow. Obviously, you guys can't make up your mind on what you want to do, because the CTs are just out-rotating you, right? At least I think that's the way you're seeing it. So the problem with this pistol round is that you guys were way too afraid to push onto a site, right? And I don't know if you're queuing with these guys or if these solo queues, but the biggest problem, and this is especially below DMG, I still see it in DMG, but below DMG it's so absolutely prevalent that it's almost sickening how bad it is. Alright? This has nothing to do with you, it's just the way people tend to play, and it's kind of selfish. So I understand that you want to stay alive, but sometimes, especially on pistol rounds as T's, you need to just push on the site. You need to just put aside your ego and think about, like, don't think about your stats or how many deaths you have. You just need to push on the site with your team, right? And sometimes you just need to be that first guy and the only guy pushing to make your team want to go. Because you guys were all sitting here, somebody died, and then somebody else died, you were in a 3v4. You guys went all here, you stopped, threw the bomb, and then you guys ended up leaving, right? You guys are too afraid to push onto a site, right? No matter where you guys go, these guys are going to catch on to your rotates one way or another, okay? So you need to quick rotate somewhere and hit the site while there's still only one person on there, right? They were rotating, but they weren't set up on site. If you rotate, hesitate here, they're gonna get set up, and then when you rotate back, they're just gonna be like, all right, well, they're not here. Let's send some more people back, and then they caught you with this mid player, right? So this is the type of situation you don't want to be in. Sometimes you just have to put aside your ego and your stats and just say, I'm going in the site. If I die, trade my kill, get the bomb plant, right? We're playing for the objective, right? Stop playing for your life. Stop playing for the frags. Start playing for the objective. This next round. And again, like I said, this has nothing to do with you. It's just the way people in lower ranks and people even at high ranks play. Like, it's not just you. I have people that play in my 5-man queue that play like this all the time. Alright. So this is... Alright, so quick note. This is definitely questionable because as you guys didn't buy anything, you won full save. I'm assuming that you guys are somewhat coordinated if you've all decided to full save. Granted though, I would not suggest this ever, ever, ever. I would suggest this if maybe you got a bomb plant, it would be a good idea to full save. So the third round you can full buy out, full nades and everything. And even then, it's still iffy, right? I would always suggest, on T side especially, always buy Tech 9 head armor. Always, always, always. So good, it will win you rounds. If you guys rush in a B site, 5 Tech 9s, 5 head armor, you're going to kill at least 2 to 3 people. At the very least, as long as people aren't throwing and they're paying attention, right? Your guys are going to kill 1 to 2 people. You can get a bomb plant. Maybe you won't win the round, but you're going to get a bomb plant. Getting 2 to 3 kills in a bomb plant is so phenomenally stellar for going into the third round, right? Because you're going to full save, and then fourth round you're going to full buy out, and you're going to hit the economy really hard. Even if you got more kills and you got that bomb plant, maybe a bomb plant on first round, you're going to have enough money to full buy third round, even if you did lose those first 2 rounds and you bought out the second one, right? So you're just giving yourself a lot of chances. This is a common meta to buy out second round, and this has a lot to do with the way the economics works. The more rounds you lose in a row, the more money you get consecutively. I'm not going to go into that, but I would suggest never, ever, ever, ever full saving on T side. CT side, you might be able to get away with it, but T side, you need those bomb plants. You really need that extra $800. It does wonders for your team and your economy. So, just watch this round unroll itself. I have a feeling you guys aren't going to win. The guy dies lower. And see, this is one of the things, like, it is odd that you guys are playing really slow when you're on a full save. It's definitely weird. Because you want to be playing, like, close angles when you have pistols, right? Luckily, you guys do stick together and you pick up a kill, but I don't know if I liked how slow you guys played that. But I guess that's just personal preference. So going into third round, you guys are buying out. And like I said, if you had bought second round and gotten a bomb plant or 1 or 2 kills, you could have done the same thing if you played it correctly. But you guys buy out because you guys full saved. You go into site, landed, you get that kill, someone dies lower, and bomb is left behind. Alright, this is less of a personal like a thing for you to remember, but this is a thing for all teams to remember. If you are pushing into B, first off, when you're pushing into a site, you want your entry fragger to go first, right? You want another person to go second, maybe your secondary fragger, or just somebody who's good. Sometimes an opper, I wouldn't say always, unless they're really good opper, I wouldn't go second. Entry fragger, second person in. The bomb should either be on the third person or the fourth person if you're rushing, right? It should never be on the last person. It should never be on the fifth man, right? I would always say that bomb goes third, maybe second, personally, because sometimes just the way my team plays. But I'd say, good rule of thumb, keep the bomb on the third person in. The reason why you don't want it on a fifth person is because of this situation. Now you have somebody lower who has complete control over tunnels for now, because he knows all 4 of you pushed in, and he has sight of bomb. You guys have to go back and get it. This is not a good situation. Also, specific to this map, when you're going B, you need to be aware of this, especially if you don't have someone watching mid, right? If you have somebody counting cross mid, they can be like, yo, someone just ran lower, and then you guys can make sure you take care of this guy. But if you have no one watching mid, this is a huge, huge, huge danger. You need to make sure you take care of that. It's unprofessional. Whatever. But this is a big, big, big problem, right? You either need to you could smoke it off, I've seen some people do, which isn't terrible, but it's a waste of a smoke, I would say. I'd say just have your fifth man watch that maybe. Just for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And then after that, he goes in, right? Or just while your fifth man's moving towards tunnels, he just keeps an eye on it. It doesn't even need to watch it. Just needs to make sure nobody's there, right? And then if you're feeling safe after you get the bomb plant, just smoke off tunnels. Then this guy's completely cut off and he has to go this way anyways, right? So he just wasted his time. So you really need to be careful about that guy lower. See, now you guys have to worry about getting the bomb. Luckily, you get that kill. You pick up the bomb. And now this is the problem with... This is another problem, right? When you're in that situation. Luckily, it worked out for you. But while you were getting that bomb, not only was somebody posted up in here, like working their way towards it, but the CT was already starting to retake before you even had the bomb down. That's a huge issue. If they're already working on a retake, well, when you haven't even had the bomb down and they know exactly where you are and where you're gonna go, it's a gigantic problem. All right. Luckily, your team Sorax comes through and he gets a crucial frag. Like, if he had not gotten that frag, this round could have gone way worse. But luckily, he got that frag right there. And you guys win this round. All right. So we're gonna move. I'm assuming you guys win this round. Yeah. So I'm gonna move on to CT side. Alright. And see how you play this. Alright. You pick up, you keep the USP. You buy armor. Okay, good. I was about to make a note about that, but you ended up buying armor in the end. Alright, you go to site. Alright. So, yeah, I'll let this round play out before I talk about this. Okay. Well, that's good. We don't care what happens to the rest of your team. Okay, so this is an important note I want to make. I'm gonna refer you to a video. Afterwards, if you want to watch it, it's your choice. But I'll give you the gist of what I'm trying to go. If you're using a USP with armor, if you have armor and you're on CT side, what you want to be doing is holding angles, right? You want to be holding here or something like here. So having a USP in pistol rounds is pretty much the equivalent of being an opper, right? You want to hold an angle. They peek out, take some shots. I would say maybe not even take 3, maybe 2 or less. Just especially with the USP. If this was a P2K, it'd be a different story. But because this is USP, take 2 to 3 shots because you want to stand still because the USP is super accurate when you're standing still. 2, I would consider moving after 2, but you could take 3 if you're feeling frisky. After that, move back to elevator or something, or move down to CT, right? When you're opping, that's what you want to do. You want to post up, and when you can't get the shot, you move back. You don't want to repeat because they know where you're going to be, right? You move back. You take some shots, you miss, all right, you try to find some more cover. I personally don't like this area. I like to go here, and then I like to go here, and then if they push me again, I can just move back here and go cat. But you ended up playing here with not a bad angle because you want to keep eyes on cat. But the problem is when they came out long, right here, you were standing right in the middle of the open. At least stand behind the barrel, man, and just sit still. There's no need to AD when you're behind cover like that. All you have to do is crouch. Just crouch in between your shots or something, right? You don't need to AD if you have head cover. And then you moved back here, which I liked. But personally, instead of going here, first, I would hold here, and then you can watch cat from there. If you see somebody, you can easily post up. They come long, you peek out, take some shots. If they start moving towards sight, all right, move over here, dude. This is such a good spot. This is such a ridiculously good spot in any scenario, anytime. Okay, I don't know about any time, any scenario, but this is such a good spot. But yeah, that's how you want to play the USP. You want to post up, take your shots. If you don't get any kills, or even if you do get kills, you want to back up, take your next position, post up, get as many kills as you can, right? Just keep doing that. It's super crucial to be playing like that, especially with USPs. So I'm going to move on to the next round. Alright, you guys full save again. Oh, never mind. Actually buy this time. So it's made pretty clear there was a conscious decision to play that full save on T side. I'm not sure why, but you know, whatever reasons you had, I don't know, I wasn't in the game. So you guys decide to rush down long, which I like. I think it's a really good idea to be rushing and playing really quick and aggressive with pistol rounds against their anti-eco, because that's where the pistols excel. And you saw that guy cross CT, so you go CT. You fight with that guy, and he gets taken out by your teammate. You get the assist. Your team pushes on the site, you push with them, you go for the quickly shot, and everybody's dead. You guys win the round. Super good round by you guys. Like, tactically, really good round. I like the idea of rushing long doors. I think a lot of people, especially at lower ranks, don't realize that sometimes the best thing to do on pistol round is just to fucking say YOLO and then just like rush something or play really aggressive angles. Because I wouldn't ever choose playing a 5.7 at like barrels against an AK down here. You know what I mean? Like I'd much rather be in pit, and when he gets to pit, I can try and spray him down. Because in eco rounds, your main goal is just to take guns off of them. Ideally, you want to get three kills on them, so that way, 2 people have to drop for multiple people, or someone doesn't have a gun, right? You just destroy their economy. But you guys absolutely demolished that round, and just fucking like diminish their economy. You play a really aggressive angle there, it would have worked out. Oh, okay, all right. Well, as if I don't have an important job to do. Anyways. Let's rewind that. Let's replay that round, because that was pretty ridiculous. I'm not really sure what happened there, to be honest with you. So we're going to rewatch that. 4 times. La 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 la. You hold sight. I like this angle a lot. You smoke. You hold the smoke, alright? This clearly was a conscious choice to hide behind your smoke, and I really like this idea, though. I really do. It's risky, but I really like it. Alright, so somehow you don't kill this guy, your teammates kill him instead, and then these guys just completely ignore you. Really risky angle. I wouldn't ever play it more than once in a game, but I really like it for a cheese strat, right? To hit him with something that would surprise them, I really like that strat. Let's see what you do for the rest of the round. You go sight, you go goose because you have 14 HP, I like it. You guys do have bomb down on elevator CT. Nice. You just played that really well. When you realized you were low HP, you said, I'm just going to hold an angle where I'm not going to expose myself too much, and I'll help out now and then. I like that. You kind of messed up a smoke there. Some people come long and kill your teammate. So you do some nice flashes. That was a nice pop flash. I would have moved a little bit faster with it, though. Get a good kill long. And then it's just an impending loss. Alright, so I don't really need to watch the end of the game. You obviously know what you're doing. It's pretty clear you know what you're doing. You understand tactics, you understand strats, you understand how to shoot a gun. The things that I would advise you work on is your T side. Your CT side is pretty strong. The only problem I had was the USP round, but that's neither here nor there. I would say you need to work on your T side. I don't think it was a very phenomenal T side. You went 11 and 11, so it wasn't too great. But it's not like you played terribly. It was clear that the reason why you're losing T side is just because nobody on your team was stepping up, right? Stepping up and willing to be that entry fragger, and be willing to take that shot to the head sometimes to get your team onto site and taking a site. And also just some errors with leaving the bomb behind. I don't think you guys had a big picture in mind when it came to the objective. I think you guys were simply just thinking, go here, go here, go here, and then there was so many faults in the way that you just kind of, like everything just kind of crumbled on you. So I would say work on your T side. If you're playing with a team of queued friends, because there is some good communication on this team, so I don't know if you guys are queued or if you just randoms that have good communications. Someone needs to step up to be that entry fragger. Somebody. 1 or 2 people need to be willing to go in first. Alright? Secondly, always know where the bomb is and be aware of where the enemy team can be. It's hard to think about it, especially you don't want to think about it while you're rushing, right? Because when you rush, you're just going straight in looking for kills. But you need to be aware about where they're going to be, where they could be, right? Like that time when you guys went B, the bomb down dropped here because nobody was watching lower. That type of thing. So you need to be aware of that type of stuff. So I would say work on your map awareness, where the other team could be, and knowing where they aren't, and playing more objectively, and be willing to play as an entry fragger or something. Because please, all right. Anyways, back to what I was saying. If I had seen you entry fragging, this 11-11 score would be really good. Like 11-11 as an entry fragger is a really good score. I would take that over somebody constantly fragging, but nobody's entry fragging, right? An entry fragger going 11-11 would be great. But you went 11-11 and there was no entry fragger. So this, if your team isn't gonna have an entry fragger, you guys need to be putting up big numbers, like +8, +10, +11, that type of score, right? So either you or you need to get your team together and say we need an entry fragger. And if you don't have a team, sometimes you have to bite the bullet and be that entry fragger. Your CT side is clearly strong, but your T side is pretty bad. So I would take a work on that. And as soon as you do that, you'll start ranking up. And I'll catch you later.